And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta. This is the third part of the first stream. We're running on release candidate 19 as the initiative. This run was started on release candidate 6, so if there's anything that's unusual or broken about this save that you don't recognize between your save and my save, that's probably the cause. That I'm on a different version than you. This is the current state of the text. We're getting some interesting ones down here. These up here will be useful as well. It's advanced time. Nope, I need to assign some tasks. I did say that I needed a public campaign in China. Let's send you to China.
We must persuade the people.
I'm going to confirm assignments, let some time pass. Another wave of fear. That's not super good. Annoyingly, a lot of our valuable countries are below 5.
Offering support.
Things are cooling off.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Yeah, as we stabilize India, its investment points are going up, which is good.
The people will come to our side.
The people will come to our side.
Okay, point defense array is made up there. That's good. At some point I should go around and upgrade all the halves with LDAs. It'll reduce the science because we're probably replacing science modules, but it'll probably be good for keeping exafires and stuff off of them. So there's the LDA complete. We're about to get visible light. So the infrareds are probably going to be out of date, even before we start using them. Let's pick up target incubator 3. That'll help with not being jammed. Company engineers, so that's going to give us a big project bonus. That's the last of the 3 initiative special techs that were added in, well, it was one of the experimental patches, but it first came to live in release candidate 1. So if you're playing the live version, you should have access to that tech. It's the military one I wanted next, I think. Oh, it might have been the LDA I'm thinking of, which is done already. And so just from a missile standpoint, at some point we're going to be looking for lanceheads. Don't think we've discovered lanceheads yet. And there's a chance we might never discover lanceheads. Because we didn't really invest very much into the advanced missile warfare. Okay, let's pick up things like the tourist booth. Berth. Yeah. Do we have all the autonomous stuff? So, I think we're waiting for one of the kits to pop is what's going on. We got the autonomous solar outpost kit, but we really want the autonomous fission outpost kit to pop. Yeah, we'll do the tourist booth. Berth. It's technically a little bit more than a booth. It's a berth. Place where they can sleep. Okay, so you've got your 40, so you can pick your augment up, which was Power Broker, which is the upgrade on the existing one we've got, which is Lobbyist. It's going to take 5% funding to 10% funding. You're saving up for a 40 as well. Pick a project director. Okay.
Offering assistance.
There's the birth. Eventually that'll be followed up with the tier 2. Probably do want to pick up the admin tower at some point. Yeah, let's go up the admin tower.
Things are stabilizing.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We've moved the needle.
Public opinion remains unmoved.
Okay, so this is the new fleet being deployed. If we go up in orbit, has the aliens arrived again yet? Or is there no aliens in orbit? There are currently no aliens in orbit. Okay. So we can't test how effective the new design is because there's nothing tested against. Automated Fission Outpost Kit. Yes, we do want that. Maybe even more than Target Incubator. Yeah. Okay, give me an alarm when that one arrives. Okay, you probably just want to pick up Persuasion, unless you want to pick up Command. No, we're not in a rush for Command because you only have Increase in Rest. We'll definitely want the Command later, but we don't need it right now. Persuasion then. And then you're saving up for Project Director, which is 40. I guess July, so that one's going to be the next one to finish.
I will help them.
Oh, that's moving up in July too, so that's good to see.
Violence
No, it's helping
is
with
abating.
supercapacitors. They're like, yeah, no, you can do that yourself.
We've moved the needle.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Genghis Khan was a short-sighted fool. All that might, all those weapons, yet instead of leasing it to others and reaping the rewards, all he could think to do was shed endless blood and sweat in the pointless pursuit of an empire. Chairman Soren van Wyk, correspondence with subordinates.
You can tell he's here for the money. So we get the choice. So the question is, what do we want to choose now that we have that choice? Extended space survival we're going to need to do to go to tier 3 habs. We're maybe contemplating that wouldn't be a terrible idea. It gives us a bunch more space, so that wouldn't be a bad plan to work towards. Communication hubs. What is communication hub? Let's see. It's a project, obviously. Okay. So I probably do want to be working towards that as well. Network propaganda is pretty cheap. Mostly faction projects. Apparently this doesn't lead to any of their globals. Diamondoids is, I think, the prerequisite for the next armor upgrade. Well, the next armor upgrade I'm going to do. Cyborging. I might actually have all the prerequisites for cyborging. I could do mine a machine for cyborging. Although we don't really get the money for that right now, so we don't need to rush to that. Requirement for Media Center. Media Center is the tier 3. So that's the... We're probably going to want a Media Center at some point, but we need a tier 3 for that. Makes sense. So that's the tier 3 version of... New communication hub, I think. Yeah, let's do network propaganda. Supercapacitors will work towards tier 3. Green laser batteries, we'll set that as a favorite. Okay, we're already potentially losing that control. You've arrived in low Mars orbit. Not there to screw with us, apparently.
Who has the biggest gun. Sometimes it's not even about who's got the most guns. Often, it simply comes down to who can reload fastest. Colonel Hans Castillo, 5 moves ahead.
It's very much a statement of accuracy. You're not accurate enough to hit with the first shot, and then being able to reload taking another shot is sometimes very useful. This one will put into extended space survival. Well, actually, they're set to lead, but we'll see if they actually can keep that. Particle beam battery. I think we've got all the particle beam. Yeah, we'll set that's a favorite. That one's the one we definitely want. We want the cannon, the lance. I don't think you have particle beam point defense, so unless it's a requirement for the antimatter version, we're not going to bother. And even if it is the requirement for the antimatter version, we're probably not going to bother. Oops. Here we want about 20% into research, so that's good, that's good. Saving for 40. Okay. Quick scan here to see if there's anything I think looks good. I think the answer is no. Let's confirm assignments, let more things happen. You're done in October, which is a couple months out, but a couple months is a couple months. It's not that short. Well, not that long either. Space Hotel will probably want. Laser Engine will probably want.
Lending my expertise.
You're about to finish and being replaced? I won't have that choice. Someone else will get to pick it, but...
Order is returning.
The people will come to our side. We're winning their hearts and minds.
Our cause is unjustified to them.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Low Earth orbit cleanup. Yeah, we'll take the 5K. We got the boost. Let's give us a public opinion boost around the world, which gives us more influence. We can swap around into making more money. So we are neck and neck on this one. There we go. Looks like we still have control on extended space survival. We'll make them work just a little bit harder. If they really want to compete. And they did improve shipbuilding techniques, which I'm actually on board with. That's not bad. Okay, so the upgraded mine should be done.
Our advances in science and technology can be the key to the gates of heaven, but also to the gates of hell. We must choose wisely every time, or we may never choose again. Commission of Terra
never
Invicta,
choose
speech at the
again.
United Nations.
Okay, so we had to throw a bunch of solar panels up here to get this mining complex working, because I did not want to use fission for whatever reason. Oh, we have an administrative note. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. As well. Now, neither says that probably means we can't afford to run the upgraded version even if we had it, because that would consume more power. And we got two empty slots, and the solar panels here barely provide any power. They provide 5 each. So this is as good as it's going to be. This is providing us with... Oh, a bunch of metals. We got plenty of metal now. We're really not concerned about metal or noble metals. Could probably do with some volatiles. Regime change in Ethiopia. Doesn't really bother us.
At your service.
India likes us enough. Move to China.
I will tell our story.
Yeah, looks like we have control of these two. Getting accurate propaganda done pretty quickly, that'll be nice. Hydrogen interrogation done on September 24th. August, January. January is decently way out. Once this is done, we'll probably start building some on-grid, or some grid drive colony ships. Go colonize a couple places with automated fission outposts.
Offering counsel.
They've arrived. Okay. We're pending. They're gonna arrive in 2 days. So it's cycle until they arrive.
Things are cooling off.
Okay, so they're doing a surveillance mission. They'll be done on March. It's only a surveillance mission, so I could either test out the new fleet to use up 39, or succeed with 39, whichever occurs first. Or I can just feed in one of these guys in February. I think we'll go for the sacrifice one of the India ones for a delay.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
It's probably enough in Japan for the moment. Sri Lanka.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We've moved the needle.
And I suppose at this point we're probably going to get better returns on funding investment in India, because we actually own all of it. We're going to be sharing with the rebel or the resistance. Yeah, decent return. There's a bunch of our stuff done at Bang. Yes, so we get the upgrade to the admin. I actually can do the upgrade to the layered. So we do the layered upgrade to one. Operations Center will be done soon, and then we're just looking for probably the admin tower. We got the boost. The admin tower wouldn't be bad. Although I'm saying that, and we don't actually have very much monthly boost. So I maybe need more boost. We're spending a lot on HABs, and we've backed off a lot on advisors as well. There's the admin tower, which of course eats 4 monthly boost. It jumps from 1 to 4, so we don't need to. We don't want to jump straight into that. I think, in hindsight, we don't got the boost. Basically, there's also a bunch of boost. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start investing in things like scramjets to get the boost priority better, so we can get more boost. I didn't realize how bad the boost had gotten. We had a lot. And arguably we have a lot for really early game. We've got like 53 a month. Well, 0.53 a day we're using on HAB, so we've got quite a bit. It's just we're also using quite a bit. Using it because we got it, which is probably the way you want to do it, want to handle it.
We'll recon the
use
site.
it. I'm debating. Who's my
Reporting in.
highest next science?
Ready for my mission.
At your service.
You.
Acknowledged.
Ready for my mission.
Where to?
Although you have one higher admin, which is probably what we want in India. Okay, I'm gonna put you on. Maybe not. Oh, you can't advise. You're one of the few people who can't advise. Could advise. Okay, so let's take you off and put you,
Acknowledged.
at least for the short term. I'm advising India. That'll get India
Offering
developing
assistance.
faster.
At your service. Making our case.
Okay. Then confirm assignments. Let some time pass. Working through the tech backlog so we can get into doing stuff. So you're going to
I will help
complete.
them.
Really
Offering
soon.
counsel.
Yeah, we're going to temporarily put you on permanent assignment. We'll have to remember to take them off at some point. September. So it should be done before the counselor action finishes.
Order is returning.
The people will come to our side.
Ooh, that's a big space battle. Project Exodus did piss off the aliens.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Didn't win the space battle. Did some damage, but didn't win the space battle. Set an arrival alarm. We're not too worried until they're here, at least.
We found something.
Okay, there's the interrogation done.
Our captive is talking.
Our captive is talking. Interrogation captive has been extensive and lengthy and has produced a great deal of useful information. They appear to operate from a basically logical and rational mindset. They have apparently taken significant damage from alien species in the past, and as a result, have a cautious, defensive approach towards other races that emphasizes control and self-protection. Unfortunately, despite the rationality, a negotiated settlement does not appear practical. The Hydras react extremely negatively to the possibility of any alien species possessing the potential to threaten them in the future. Any kind of negotiated peace would require granting the Hydras an unacceptable level of control over this council and humanity as a whole. Hydroculture appears collectivist and consensus-driven, perhaps due to the influence of hydropharocytes. They have strong tendencies towards hierarchy and order. In many ways, their society has much to admire. Crime is almost unknown, and the Hydra workers appear on average significantly more efficient and productive than human ones, although perhaps less creative. Although our captive is only one individual, various data that we have gathered strongly suggest that its opinions are representative of its race as a whole, and indeed that same is likely to apply to any individual Hydra. The unity in combination with the role in Hydra society played by these parasites shows certain vulnerabilities. In other less important news, we have discovered the method behind Hydra interstellar travel. They use a technology previously believed to exist only in the realm of science fiction, a wormhole. Further research is recommended. And from there, we're going to go into Alien Origins, which should complete, in comparison to what we were just doing, fairly fast. Dividend payout. Yay, money.
Acknowledged.
73%, although we're mostly done in India, honestly, right, India. Same with Japan. So the argument with Taiwan is if we took over Taiwan, we could potentially merge it back into China. I suppose we could pick that group up, we're not going to. Advise, stabilize. Although we don't need to stabilize on this person, because we don't see Dragon, which does that. What do you have for command? Freeze and rest. Maybe an argument. We'd be trading ops. But I can probably trade away some ops. That'd be fine. Remove this one, we'd lose 2 ops a month. We're getting 2 a day, so that'd be a 30th of what we're getting right now. That would allow him to pick up stabilize. Then if we got his command high enough, he could start doing some degree of stabilization. Would be useful. Although it would take quite a big command. Or I suppose we could pull off Ajax as well and do the same thing. That's probably a little bit better than pulling the ops off at the moment. Oh, we have a 2-star, that's the stabilize, okay. Let's sell you your 2-star, but a public campaign. Put you on because you're 1-star. And then, yeah, I'm going to start working up this command so we can get stabilize and, well, stabilize and destabilize a little bit better. Because only one, well, actually we have 6 counselors, so there's 2 counselors that can't stabilize or destabilize. The rest can. You're saving up for product director. You can't have 25 admin. Because you have a negative trait that's reducing the cap by 1. If you could get it like a 1-star espionage, we'd probably take that for you. Oh, and you're at the org camp, so I could replace a 1-star with a 2-star. That's what we could do if we wanted that. Although, based off what you have, you probably don't want to do that trade. Fair enough. Yeah, let's start buffing your espionage. We'll make you stealthy. Then we'll go into persuasion when you're done there. You're saving up for 40. You'd really benefit from senior astronomer. Okay, that's all the way around. Term assignments, let time pass.
Offering assistance.
Lending my expertise.
Who in Russia? Okay. Scramjets is done. Do I want nanofactories now? This would help with money. Also helps with potentially repopulating Mars if something went wrong at Mars. Yeah.
Things are stabilizing.
We've moved the needle.
Our cause is unjustified to them.
Oof. Rolled a 91. You need an 87.
Fake news, misinformation, it doesn't matter what they call it. The simple truth is that the powerful do it and the powerless cry about it. And that's why the powerless will never, ever become the powerful. Chairman Soren van Wyk, leaked luncheon recording.
So that's networked propaganda. So we don't necessarily need... Well, we'll probably want Devolved Space Command at some point. Where it's probably a little early for that. Could do arc lasers. Arc green lasers wouldn't be too bad. We're not that desperate for it. This one we really don't need until we have tier 3. Media center is the tier 3 one. Which means we probably want to work towards tier 3 if we're going to go that way. You're required for the upgrade on the plasma weapons. Have we researched the requisite for plasma weapons? I don't think so. Although I could be wrong there. So that's the tier 3 or the construction hub. Construction module. And Diamondoids is the next is animating armor, I think, requires that. Let's look at the tech tree. Here's what I'm missing / should be interested in. Plasma weapons need the superconducting magnets. Okay, so that's what we're missing for plasma weapon. We need for our space future. Space navies. Our space future is required for ring habitat and colony habs. For that we need space navies. Okay, so let's do space navies. Let's work towards tier 3. October's not far out. We're at the end of September, so we should be getting a lot of these projects done in the next council cycle. Okay, firm assignments, let things go. Earth here is pretty defensive because we don't have the control points, and we're trying to work a little bit more in space. And now able to undertake their purpose. Okay. And Ferrocite Resistance Project.
Offering support.
I will help them.
Okay. That was actually them going out to Romeo something, wasn't it? Yes, we don't need to interdict you until February. Got you coming in. Or is he just trying to forget? Okay. Bunch of stuff now starting to come towards the Earth system, but not too worried about it for the moment. Definitely need more mission control. Probably the best place to get that is probably taking over what's left of China. Although that would mean breaking the non-aggression pact with the last person we have a non-aggression pact with. Oh, the Protectorate nicked that off of us, that's fine. Okay. Again, that was the one we didn't have attached to anyone. Our high admin on a lot of our counselors does protect our orgs, except the ones in the stockpile.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
I should probably do a go-to-ground mission on everyone that doesn't need to be actively doing something.
People will come to our side.
Because someone is
Will come to our side.
compromised, locationally. Debris duty. We don't have a shipyard, we don't have defensive module, don't have construction module, so gain 50 science. Nanofactory. We're gonna follow that up with Aerospike and other things that provide boost. Generation. And then that nanofab, we're going to jump to Red Fort. Nanofactory upgrade. Combo that with the solar panel upgrades. Okay, and now we have surplus 14 power, which isn't really enough to do anything with alone. Probably want a layered defense array here. Let's say farm, LDA, not Emin Tower, but we'll do an operations center here. And then let's see if we can even get enough power to power this. No. Okay. No operations center then, because we can't afford that. I thought I would have to leave the farm off. I'd rather... This phase, I'd rather have the farm.
Okay, we gotta go for deepers. I'm 16 camera repress open and camera repress valve closed. Okay, the breaker open and the valve closed. Okay, same way. Give me a little just room to... Let me, okay, how's that?
Okay, let's cancel 2 of these. So with the farm, we can probably set the science up here, for example. Let's do, I think, a life science. Or actually, let's do, I think, a military science up here. And it's not works. That's power balanced. There we go. Thinking about it, is there good volatile spots on Mars? Or are we looking at colonizing if I want volatiles? Yeah, I could probably get better volatile spots without picking fights if we send off a colony ship. Prospecting, volatiles, so second best one isn't claimed, fourth best one isn't claimed. Like, we can be picking up things in like the 60s. Right. And the radioactives, most of the good radioactives have been taken. Apparently one of the moon radioactive site is no longer taken. Yeah, so the good radioactive sites are taken, so I'd have to steal a radioactive site if I wanted them. Although maybe that's maybe a disconcerting statement of there's like one screen full of things that are better than one as far as radioactives are concerned. So we're not going to have a lot of radioactives no matter what we do. But volatiles, which is the other thing I'm thinking we're going to want a lot of, which is for armor in particular. That's pretty abundant in this space, and pretty unclaimed in space. So we don't need to pick fights to get volatiles. I can just send colony ships out with automation kits once we've got them. Which is what we're waiting. We're waiting for December for that. Okay, so let's wait until we got December. We'll go get some volatiles. And then we'll feel much more comfortable with annexing a bunch of Earth orbit. I suppose actually, let's get you, get 18. We want you to go to Earth. Go fly straight to intermediate. There we go. Yeah, burn the whole fuel supply and that'll be fine. You'll be here in half a year. And probably in half a year we'll be ready for it to start taking things. Okay, so everyone who doesn't need to be actively doing something, go find a nice place in... You got go to ground. That's go ground. Find a nice place in
Evading pursuit.
back end of China to
Where
hide.
to? Initiating deep cover.
Ready. Hunkering down.
Reporting in.
You know, I suspect everyone who has
Going
Espionage
silent.
25 probably doesn't need to
What's
hide,
the op?
but
Evading pursuit.
Standing by.
that is not everyone.
Going silent.
Going into hiding.
Initiating deep cover.
Hunkering down.
Initiating deep cover.
Going off the grid.
Communication hubs, we're going to want that at some point. In fact, that's one of the reasons we want to get the volatiles up, so when I take over Earth orbit, we can get a bunch of those out. There's alien
We are
origin.
coming to understand the alien technological superiority.
So we kind of did certain objectives out of order. We've completed salvage alien warship. Yeah, we did that a while ago. But we just got the prerequisite for the objective we just completed.
We believe we have located the alien headquarters inside the solar system.
Located there in the local HQ. Yep. I know I want these. I'm not sure if I want to spend that much right now. Yeah, let's work on stuff that's around like 1,000. that I kind of want right now. So things like hybrid air breathing, rockets, boost flowing a bit faster. Arguably, if we're at the point where I want more boost, backslide on productivity for the economy down in Singapore, and really just focus on boost down there. Singapore gets pretty good expenditure on boost, plus 100%, and then it's 0.4 a year per investment. He is almost that good. You know, working on welfare here because we got really bad inequality from the past when we were spoiling them. Inequality is actually pretty fixed here. Probably don't need that much welfare there anymore. And yeah, we do want boost right now. And then the inequality is pretty bad here, so we need to fix that as well. Okay. Oh, everyone's just finished going around, so I need to get them back to doing productive tasks.
Telling our story.
I'm here. I will try to sway the public.
Standing by. Work in the public.
I'm here. I will help them.
Ready to go.
They're going to continue to stabilize in India.
We'll turn down the heat.
Ready for
We're
orders.
going to temporarily put you on advise in India.
Offering support.
Okay. Firm assignments, let some time pass.
Offering counsel.
Offering assistance.
Research exotics. It says allows us to stockpile. Technically, it simply just reveals what we've got stockpiled. Doesn't necessarily stop you from stockpiling it earlier. Although it may show you how successful you have been at stockpile, which is its own reward sometimes. Oh, we lost our asset, so we'll have to go track another one down. Reduce the negative propaganda impact of committing atrocity. We're going to want that.
Things are stabilizing.
Not because I'm planning on
Public
making
sentiment
atrocities,
is
but because at some
increasingly
point
with
we're
us.
probably going to do Viva Revolution. And I believe every time you critical fail on Insight and Rest, it gives you an atrocity.
We've moved the needle.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Let's make engines more boost. That's delivery time, don't care about that. Reusable rockets is worth doing. And then the directed energy ones are worth doing. Boosting our boost production. Oh, and I've finished the admin tower upgrade, yeah. So upgrading from the tier 1, which eats 1, to the tier 2 that eats 4 is going to cost us 3 each. And we kind of want to do that everywhere we've got the power as available, basically. Oh, you're upgraded. You got that upgraded. We can upgrade that construction module to the nanofactory. Now I'm thinking about it. And then farm. LDA. Got the power, so we'll do operations. We still got the power, probably for our skunk works and a materials. This is partially going to turn a bunch of science down, but the long run will be a benefit. Well, there, if we had the power, we'd probably... How much power is that eating? That's eating 5. I don't think the point defense array... PDA is 10. We don't have the power. Yeah. That's the moon. We actually got quite a bit of power on the moon. That we got upgraded to Tier 2. Put an LEA up here, okay. Do we have a farm? We do. Do that. And you want to upgrade the life, and then we've got the boost. We want to do the admin tower. Okay, that's all the way around. Yeah, we want to upgrade the boost. We're going to upgrade the admin towers, which will provide us with more control points for the Earth ones, at least, and more mission control. So in the short term, I've just turned the science down a little bit, because we turned a lot of labs off to get them graded. Oh, that doesn't appear to be delaying anything right now, so that's fine.
Lending my expertise.
Lending my expertise.
Things are cooling off.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Okay, there's the air-breathing one, which was the materials. Yeah, we're probably going to want the in-suit. Well, we're already working on the outpost kit, so we'll do that after the outpost kit. We'll do the quarter so we can get the upgraded version, which is... that'll also be done real quick.
We've moved the needle.
We hold no sway in their minds.
Critical failure. Oh no. You've arrived at Earth orbit. So what you've come to do surveillance. Okay, so we got 2 surveillance fleets here at Earth. So that means delaying them is going to get progressively more expensive, but the next delay is in February. Camp living quarters is done. Go on to Space Medical Center, which also requires boost. Oh, you even have pretty good economy. So we'll slow you down, get boost going faster, get economy going slower. Also, fix the environment in UA. Small, so it shouldn't take actually that long to do. Your economy's looking pretty good. Slow you down, get your boost going faster. Went a little bit better in Saudi Arabia. Oh, and we're having some unrest problems in Saudi Arabia. I should probably send the control
Where do you
around.
need me?
Bring it back down below 2.
Restoring order.
All the numbers are moving in the good direction, except for government, but right now government's helping with fixing all the other numbers, so we're not going to complain too much about that.
Ready for orders.
Okay, you're saving up for 40. You're saving up for 40. And then I think that's all the way around. Okay. Confirm. Pass some more time.
A life spent merely enduring is a life spent waiting for death. Allow yourself to become the flame that pushes back the darkness. The flame that others will flock around.
So I suppose that's one way to deal with reality is don't sit around trying to endure. Find solutions to your problems. Yeah, I should probably work to cyborging. We don't really have the money to implement that solution. At least not on the mass scale. And then we're waiting for the one we've already got going. This one's required for our Space Future. Our Space Future is the other requirement for the Tier 3s. So we can't be helping out getting the Tier 3s because we've already kind of invested what we can. And the other one, acceleration pharmaceuticals. I'm not really worried about
Offering assistance.
Delta V.
I will help them.
V's on acceleration. Orbital debris strike. Spend some resources and improvise some armor. We lose up to 2 modules. We did lose 1. And of course, it was the solar panel powering the station. So we'll have to fix that. Reusable rockets is done. Follow that up with directed energy launch systems. And all of this is making the bonus to investing in boost cheaper, which means we can spend less to get the same boost, or spend the same to get more boost.
Order is returning.
Then I moved you to Saudi Arabia. I forgot apparently. Well, we're gonna move you down.
The people will come to our side.
There's probably enough in Singapore for the moment.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
What's the op?
Oh, and you can get decent stable lines in Saudi
We'll
Arabia.
make things safe.
We'll throw you over there as well to help.
Ready. We'll turn down the heat.
We finish protocol lances, or is that in the queue to do? I haven't done it. I haven't done that yet. Okay, I should probably do that soon. Again, I'm thinking particle lances may be what we're going to try doing fairly early on for our primary ship weapon. Mainly with the goal of disabling, not necessarily destroying alien ships. Early on, we don't necessarily need to destroy them per se. We just need to make sure that they're not doing their mission. Right. We may even technically be able to slightly soft lock the aliens if we completely disable the ships that need to do the surveillance missions. Yeah. I think the next one, when we get another opening, when we get another opening in one of these two, we'll do the particle lances. And we'll try building some ships to try that out. That'll be done early next one, so we'll start sending colony ships off to get more volatiles. I'd like to be getting like 10 a day, I think, right now. And then obviously we'll have to keep expanding to keep it at 10 a day. But there's decent volatile sources out there. Happy with the level of metal coming in. We don't have enough radioactives necessarily to be doing anything super fancy with drives. And I think that's going to be a problem with the system, is we're not going to have enough fizzles for that. So that might mean we're going to have to dash really early into fusion, because there's not really going to be any of the good mid-game fissions. Of course, I suppose to some degree the AI has kind of forced it on us anyway, right? So deuterium tritium's the first one, is it? Yeah. So that's the first fusion tech, and then we'd have to pick which type of drive type we go for. Granted, those are pretty expensive techs. Those are like 50,000 techs each. So, like Z-pinch or something, or confinement. And the deuterium tritium, I think, doesn't use any fusion. Go into some of the products here. Let's go Z-pinch. Z-pinch fusion into Zetterkitten drive. Oh, there's a little bit of fission in that one. On the deuterium drive. Yeah, so tier 2 fusion. A lot of the early fusion drives we can get away with no radioactives. They're just going to be pretty water heavy, so we got to get the water going for them. And that probably would be a viable drive for most of our applications. It might be limiting on ship size, but I think for raw, we need to go places that will work. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. We're going to keep recording one more part tonight. But if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We're going to take a short break so I can just stretch the legs, and then we'll be back to recording one last hour-long part, before we end the stream. We've seen a little bit of spaceship combat, although it's been pretty simplistic. Send ships, fire missiles. And that may be the case for the rest of the stream. We'll see how quickly we can get the particle cannons going. We may try one attempt at a particle cannon run. Sending 8 ships against one of the surveillance fleets. We'll have to even see if they'll take that fight. They might not. But with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.